English Language Academy. Practice makes perfect.
Listen and practice.
Why do people dislike other people? Some people don't like other people just because they look different. I think that is silly. I don't think that it is fair to judge someone by the way they look. Some people look very nice, but they are mean or cruel. Some people look very ordinary, but they are incredibly nice. I remember when I was in grade 1. I saw a girl across the room. She had a mean look on her face. I thought to myself that she was probably not a very nice person. I stayed away from her and played with the other children. Then we had to play a game, and the teacher said that she would pick partners for us. The teacher picked the girl with the mean face as my partner. I didn't think that the game would be much fun at all with a partner who seemed as mean as that girl. I walked up to her and said hello. The girl's face changed. She smiled at me, and she began to talk to me. Her mean face disappeared. We had lots of fun playing the game. We laughed a lot and enjoyed each other's company. That girl became my best friend. Now, when I look at her, I see what is inside her. Sometimes she doesn't smile, but I know what she is like. She is a kind and funny person. I have learned that you can't judge a book by its cover. It is not fair to dislike someone just because they don't look like you want them to look. You have to get to know a person. It doesn't matter to me what color a person's skin is. It doesn't matter to me if they are short or tall, skinny or fat, or happy or sad looking. I judge people by how they treat me, and I try to treat people like I would want to be treated.
Listen and practice.
At some schools, children wear special clothes. We call these clothes school uniform. School uniforms are made in the school's special colors. They often have the school's badge on the front of the jacket or the sweater. Some schools have different uniforms for summer and for winter. School uniforms don't have much decoration. There is sometimes a jacket and a tie, and maybe a hat. In the language of clothes, a school uniform says, "I'm a serious student and I work hard."
Listen and practice.
Like most clothes today, children's clothes are made by machines in factories. Children's clothes can be made more quickly and cheaply than in the past, so more people can buy them. When children play, their clothes get dirty. Today's clothes are easy to wash and dry because some of the fabrics are synthetic. Children's clothes are usually brighter than adults' clothes. Young children like bright, happy colors.
Listen and practice.
Horses pulled the first buses 200 years ago. Buses became popular as cities became bigger because people traveled on buses to get to work. Modern buses have diesel engines or electric motors. Most buses can carry more than 40 passengers, and some very long articulated buses can carry 120 people. In many countries, special buses take children to school. In places with no trains, buses carry passengers long distances between cities. In some countries, buses carry a lot of passengers and goods.
Listen and practice.
Our cars, factories, and power stations produce too many gases like carbon dioxide. Earth is getting warmer because there's too much carbon dioxide in the air. This is called global warming. Global warming means that there are more storms and rain. More ice is melting in the Arctic and the Antarctic, so the sea level is getting higher, and some islands are disappearing. A few islands between India and Bangladesh have already disappeared underwater.
Listen and practice.
Some islands in the Pacific Ocean will probably disappear in 100 years if we don't slow down global warming. Some of the Maldive Islands in the Indian Ocean will probably disappear sooner. Most of the land is less than 2 meters above sea level. We can try to slow down global warming by making less carbon dioxide. We can drive and fly less, and we can use cleaner cars. We should use less coal and oil to make electricity. There are cleaner ways of making electricity.
Listen and practice.
Can you imagine a world without cars? We have only had cars for about 120 years. People laughed at the first cars. They were slow and noisy. 2 German engineers, Daimler and Benz, made the first car with a gasoline engine in 1885. It only had 3 wheels. From about 1905, companies like Rolls-Royce started to make cars. They were very expensive because people made each car by hand. Then in 1913, the Ford Motor Company started to make their Model T car in a special factory. Ford's factories produced cars quickly, so the Model T was less expensive than other cars. By 1927, there were more than 15 million Model Ts on the roads.
Listen and practice.
The world needs to produce less pollution. Electric motors produce less pollution than diesel and gasoline engines. Will all vehicles have electric motors one day? What will transportation be like in the future? Some modern cars use biodiesel. Biodiesel comes from plants, and it's a clean fuel. We can also produce clean energy from the sun and the wind. Machines can put this energy into batteries that power electric motors. In the future, most cars will have electric motors, or they will use biodiesel.
Listen and practice.
Electricity moves through some materials. Electricity moves fast through metal. Metal wires take electricity from power stations to our homes. Electricity moves through water, too. Don't touch electric machines with wet hands. You can get an electric shock. Electricity can't move through some materials. Electricity can't move through plastic or glass. These things stop electricity moving.